Happy Friday afternoon, everybody. We made it through another work week, and now it is time to sit back, relax, and enjoy some CAA softball. The Stony Brook Seahawks have arrived here down the Jersey Shore for today's matchup with the Monmouth Hawks. Welcome inside the booth, Stef Manisero alongside Carly Blake. And you know, this isn't just a CAA matchup. This is a CAA North matchup. Monmouth 4-8 right now in conference play. They are chasing Stony Brook 6-6 right now, sitting second place in the North. It is a chilly but a beautiful Wednesday afternoon down the Jersey Shore. Not quite beach weather, but we've got blue skies and sunshine today as we get you set for this midweek matchup between the visiting University of Pennsylvania Quakers and the Monmouth Hawks. Welcome inside the booth. I'm Stef Manisero alongside Carly Blake. Carly, always good to be with you.
Always a pleasure.
On paper, this should be a good matchup today. We've got two teams who are much improved from last season. Penn was 1-20 last year in Ivy play. Already this year, they are 6-3.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. This has really been two dynamic programs that are starting to come into their own, and their young athletes are really stepping up when they need to.
Coming off a sweep, the Quakers, and sometimes it is as simple as see ball, hit ball. We see Brown there behind the plate. She is catching Crimson Rice. In the outfield, it is Hayes, Thalasinos, and Valentine left to right. Pritchard at third, Ackerman at short, Vanelli at second, and Hill there at first. Burgess grounded out to first and walked her first two at-bats. The payoff once again hits this one hard, and that one is through to left. The throw not in time, and then the throw to second, safe at second, is Burgess. Top of the sixth inning, Carrie Pritchard leading things off here for the Seawolves, who have come down to the Jersey Shore. They like playing at the sea. Pritchard sends this one in the air. This one is going back, and this one is out of here. Did not look that hard off the bat, but that one kept sailing and sailing, and it leaves the yard. It's a solo shot for Carrie Pritchard. She rounds the bases and gives her team a 5-1 lead. 2 on, 2 out, full count, bottom of the seventh, tie game. Can't set it up any better than that, and the pitch is low, so it is a walk, the second of the day for Dominique Lopez. That is gonna load the bases for Sammy Miller. The drama, Carly,
I'm holding my emotional support softball. I can't handle it.
All of this on 2 outs. It was 2 quick outs and then the walk and the single. And just like that, runners on the corners now here in the top of the seventh, the 2-0.
Big pitch. That's a big pitch right there.
Inside part of the plate, Olivia Lewis paints the black. The 2-2, chopped down to short. Over to Stevenson, nice stretch on the throw from Lawson. Stevenson keeps her foot on the bag. 2 runners left on base. We stay tied up at 6, going to the bottom of the seventh.
Give me a bat, I'll end the game. Let's do it. I'll pinch hit.
Sumter would love to right here, the 2-1. I don't know how she laid off that one, but she did. 3-1. Couple of hits already today. Also reached on a force. The 1-0 is chopped down to short, and the throw is not in time. Sammy Miller once again does it with her wheels, and that means that Gianna Scotti, the pinch runner for Kara Sumter, crosses home plate with the winning run, hugs all around. We talked about the speed of Sammy Miller all game today, and who could have thunk that is what would win this ball game. Coach once told us she wishes she could have 1,000 Sammy Millers, and now you have 1,000 bats in your hand and hats on your head. You guys have a big series with Stony Brook coming up. I have to imagine a comeback win like this only makes you that much more excited to return to CAA play this weekend. What's the mentality in that dugout?
Just keep it going, keep having fun.
8-9-1 due up here in the bottom of the third. Caitlin Place will be leading things off for Monmouth, the senior from Pine City, New York, product of Elmira High School, way up there, as we like to say.
Way up there.
Didn't play Wednesday against Penn, got the day off, catching here today. Swings at this one, sends it back up the middle, diving, and unable to get to it is Ackerman, so that is a single for Caitlin Place. Olivia Lewis is out there for her second inning. She came in the last inning after Benassi gave up the second home run of the day to Gigi Ganji. This one is chopped back to Lewis. She bobbles it, but recovers in time and gets it over to Stevenson for out number 1. 3 for 3 on stolen bases this year. She's a career 276 hitter.
That's impressive.
Again, the junior from Cypress, Texas, making the move to Philly to go to an Ivy League school.
A little chillier where she goes to school than where she's from.
Yeah, but it's worth it. There's no Ivy League schools in Texas.
That's true. I mean, in Penn, one of the best.
One of the best. Takes a strike there. 1 and 2 on Huang. I think the kickstand makes the most sense in my mind because it like stabilizes you. It keeps your hips where they want to be. There's a kickstand.
Yeah.
It kind of popped up and
I like Picone. I love that. Get it, Picone.
Back to first. Keeps Huang on her toes there. Caroline Putnam whiffs at that one. The count 2 and 2. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-run game. Penn leads Monmouth 4-3. Monmouth able to get 2 back in the last half inning. Made this one a whole lot closer. The Quakers have only left 4 runners on this entire game so far to the Hawks' 9 runners left on base. That's been kind of a theme for the Hawks this season. The payoff is hit in the air deep to left and foul. The 3-1 swings at that one, jammed her and pops her up to short. Johnson's got it. And talk about a ringer when you get jammed like that. You know her hands are ringing.
Oh, that stings.
And we got to talk about the job that Olivia Lewis did in the circle, right? Because there were some big moments, some high tension moments, and she pitched herself right through it, right into and out of some jams and kept her team in this game. Yeah, of course, it was a really tough blow for this Hawks team when starting quarterback Derek Robertson went down versus Stony Brook. With that injury to his non-throwing arm, he has been working to get back ever since. Today, for the first time since that Stony Brook game on October 18th, he is suited up here today. But in the meantime, you really could not have asked for anything better than what Frankie Weaver has been able to step in and do for this team, making his 5th start today, just the 6th start of his young career, and he is coming off far and away his best start as a freshman. Last week, 428 yards passing, 6 touchdowns versus NC-A&T. That tied a program record, led the Hawks to 696 yards of total offense. That is the most of any team in the conference this season. That UAlbany sideline is fired up. They know what they can come in here and do in terms of shaking things up with a win here today. Very vocal, very loud, lots of yelling, and I'm talking about the good kind of yelling. Meanwhile, back here on the Monmouth sideline for the first half of this game, I'll tell you, it was pretty quiet. I think this team was kind of stunned with what the Great Danes were able to come in here to West Long Branch and do in this first half, but then came the yelling. JT Cornelius walked off the field after Monmouth was not able to score on that last drive and slammed his helmet. It has been 9 weeks since you and this team have won a football game. What does it mean here to end the regular season this way and come in here, like you said, on senior day and do what you just did?
It means everything. I mean, you need confidence going into the offseason. And in this sport, you always say you want to win the last game, and we did. You
did it on both sides of the ball. Defense was great. Your offense made them pay for a whole lot of penalties all game long. How did you stave off that comeback?
With grit and determination, you know.
And in a game where you're really playing for not a whole lot other than playing spoiler, what was your message going into this game to these guys?
I actually did not have one. You know, when they opened up the search on Tuesday, these guys were uber motivated to try and protect me.
Throughout the season for the Hawks, and that was the case Friday against Stony Brook.
Yeah, you know, this Hawks offense really does run through Gigi Gamble when she's on. This offense is on. Friday night, 15 points. It was her 9th straight in the double digits, but only 4 of 16 from the floor. So we know what she's capable of, and she's going to need to be her absolute best today if they pull off this upset.
They force you into making mistakes just like that, the travel that turned it over from Madeleine Amaro.
Yeah, we talked about the struggles that this Hawks team had with turnovers the other night. We saw that here early today, but you mentioned this Cougars team winning a lot of games by 10, 20, 30 points. Their closest contest so far was back in early January against William and Mary. It was a 62-60 win. They had 2 big stops in the final 10 seconds, so ultimately it was their defense that allowed them to remain undefeated at that point and to this day still. Yeah, we always talk about a 1-2 punch, but this game is going to be a 5-0 punch. The Taylor Barbeau to Taryn Barbeau handoff. Taylor 143 assists on the season, averaging 6 a game. You know, we talked about just the different styles of these two teams, defensively, tempo-wise, but you really see it too in terms of minutes with how deep their benches are, right? For this Charleston team, they really rely on this starting five. We see Taryn Barbeau often play all 40 minutes on the floor, whereas the Hawks has more depth to their bench. But you look at those games Friday, and 6 bench points for Charleston compared to 17 for Monmouth.
Taylor Barbeau, no good from 3.
Smart move by Hill there to kick it out, knowing she didn't have it. And again, the three's just not falling on that side of the court. I think they're mad, too. They're playing mad. They were mad at the way that game ended on Friday night. They know they turned the ball over one too many times. That ultimately ended up costing them that game against Stony Brook. And you can see them coming out here today saying, no, no, no more of that.
Actually, with Gigi Gamble getting things going early on.
Yeah, and 8 points for Beans, 8 points for Gigi Gamble as well. 3 of 9 from the floor, another 2 threes for her in the first half. But you talked about the foul trouble, and it's going to be interesting to see how we see that play out in the second half here. Obviously, it had a big impact in that second quarter. The putback, this one just fires Debula up. She leads the team in rebounds per game for a reason. She is so strong there, so physical under the hoop. 74% shooter from the free throw line.
This Hawks defense.
It really has been. Again, they stuck to their game, and you have to imagine going into this one, so much of the game plan was how do you limit Taryn Barbeau, and kind of didn't even have to worry about that for so many minutes. She's a player who several times this season has been out on the floor all 40 minutes of the game, and today we've seen those minutes drastically limited, and it's really kind of thrown off this Cougars offense.
Andrews, catch and shoot 3 is good. It's 14 for Alexis Andrews.
The 10th triple of the day for Monmouth.
When you go down the stretch knowing that you just beat the top team in the conference, what kind of confidence? A deserved celebration, but what kind of confidence does this give you guys going forward now?
They know this game a lot alone means a lot to me for playing for my old school. So I really appreciate them. They play for me. We play for each other. So that's the way to do it. A good win for tonight.
I was going to say, it feels a little extra good to beat the old team.
Yeah, it does. It does.